Good afternoon, everyone. I just wanted to do a video on how I set my bike up and my kit up and just getting prepped for a sort of 3-day big enduro race stroke ride. So 2 parts. First part about the bike, second part about the kit. So let's get going with the bike. Okay, let's start at the front. Guys, if it's a big race, it's going to be a lot of people. You're definitely going to need help being pulled. Please make sure you have a decent pull strap, not one that's fallen down here and is now sitting tight along here so you can't actually get your hand in it. Also, if it is up here the whole time, make sure that there's space enough to get your hand around it so you can pull. So yeah, very important, one of the most important parts there. I always run with a light. You never know what can happen out in the mountains. You get stuck for a long time and you need to come back in the dark. Your cell phone that you're holding in your hand riding a bike while you've got that is not a good idea. Okay, good suspension. Lucky enough to have CycleWorks sort us out there, so suspension is tops there. Obviously new front tire, Michelin Enduro medium. Love those ones. Proper disc guard, PSP. The guys that supply us with that. Check your brake pads, front and rear. Make sure that everything is sharp there. You don't want to be out in the mountains and hear that like a grinding sound. I love an exhaust cage, gives me peace of mind. People argue it's too heavy. I don't care. Gives me peace of mind if I drop the bike or drop it onto a rock or whatever. Good radiator guards, PSP again. They sort us out, so those ones are strong as hell. I have knocked it there, so it did take a little bit of damage, but without those guards, it probably would have buckled the radiator properly. Okay. I'm lucky enough to have a nice clutch system, so that works well. I like my lips to be soft and not get sunburned, so I've got sun labello stuff there. Map switch, you can have it if you like. Nice temperature gauge for the radiators. Then I will run a dual GPS setup here. I'll have an eTrex 20 or 30 with a power cable, so the light is on the whole time. That'll probably be at 20 meters. Then I'll have an eTrex 10, which will be at 120 meters. So between those two, I know whether I'm left or right of the track, or whether I'm on the track. Okay. Enduro World little bar bag here with some far bars in it. Just snacky stuff for along when you're waiting in a bottleneck. Obviously, make sure your oil is full before you set off. Up here, Cycra Pro hand guards, so I don't have to worry about bendy levers or anything. But yeah, I believe in those. You drop your bike, levers are still safe. Okay, we've got a little Lizard front brake perch saver in there, and my little Smurf that I talk to in moments of need. Seat bag. I put my cell phone in there in a little microfiber pouch, so keeps your cell phone protected, and you can clean your goggles with the microfiber cloth. Right, hide bash plate. Definitely plastic. If you use a metal ones hook on the rocks, so I don't like metal ones. PSP protection, most of the places. Okay, in the airbox, I've got a capacitor kit. As you know, the TPI and TBR bikes, if the battery's flat, you can't push start them. So this capacitor kit, you hook it onto the battery and it supplies a bit of power for the fuel pump to run. Also have a gear lever inside there, cable tied in there. And then in here, I've got a Enduro Pro fuel transfer kit. It's a little thing that you clip onto the fuel line here, okay? And you clip the other two, you undo the electrical connector that goes onto the fuel pump, you plug that one in and you put it onto the battery and it pumps fuel, so you can give fuel to another guy without having to turn your bike upside down. All right, hide swing arm guards, PSP protector here, and a TM Design Works chain guide. Gone up 2 teeth from the original sprocket. Please don't judge me on my tire. Still got 1 or 2 rides left before we put a brand new one on there. Again, a lacquer strong strap at the back here if you need to pick your bike up. So that helps nicely. And then in here, I'll show you from this side. If you can see it there, there's a gear lever, complete gear lever with tip and everything. So if I need to change that, it's there. Carbon Tech silencer cover, protector, just stop scratches and that kind of stuff. PSP disc guard again. And then obviously check your brake pads are still good. And if you need to change your brake fluid, do that as well. Okay, moving on to this side. PSP billet clutch cover here, so if you drop your bike on that, still pretty solid. Obviously the fan, it's connected to the ECU, so it comes on and goes off at its own pace, so I don't have to worry about that at all. So yeah, that's, I'm trying to think if there's anything else here. Yeah, I think that sort of covers it. Obviously, if you're going to do a time trial, it's probably only going to be 20 Ks. I wouldn't fill my tank full, maybe only just half. And then when you get back from a time trial, when you're busy prepping your bike for the next day, then you'd obviously fill it full because you don't know what's in store for you that day. Oh, one last thing, my best. I'm very lucky to have a seat concept seat. This is my office. So my office is very cluttered and there's a lot going on here, but this is my office. So I need everything to be within grabbing reach, and I spend a lot of time on this seat. Very lazy, so I sit a lot, and this seat keeps my bum nice and supple. It doesn't hurt, doesn't get blisters and all that stuff. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers it for the bike. If you've got any questions, you all got my number probably, or put something in the comments. So yeah, that's the bike part of the whole sort of setup on how I do it. Right, part 2. This is kit and other kind of prep. Right, as far as kit goes, okay, well, let's start here. This is my kit box. I have done a separate video on how I pack this and everything that's inside there, but that is one full set of everything I need for probably time trial. So that'll all be packed and ready for that. Then we move on to the stuff for the Friday and the Saturday. So I do take a spare set of boots in case the other ones get wet. Then I'll ride the other ones. If they don't get wet, I'll ride with them. 2 sets of kit, one for Friday, one for Saturday. The Thursday time trial kit is in the box already. So pants, under knee brace socks, bib shorts, undershirt, overshirt, gloves that go on the inside of those gloves, those little silky ones, so it slides, camelback. So this side is exactly the same. So there's 2 sets of kit. I will then take 2 bags, clear bags like that. One says Friday, one says Saturday. So all of that kit there will go in that bag, and there'll be another one there for that set of kit. Okay, camelback with the bladder inside it and the tube, spare set of goggles, spare bladder for the camelback. Then this is the part that protects your tank from the sun while you're driving from Joburg. The sun's going to spend the bike's going to spend 4 hours in the sun on the trailer, so I'll put that on the tank. Okay, cleaning stuff, Prepsol, bucket, sponge, hydration, far bars, as I said, for the seat bag, shaker, if you chafe, F61 sports protection cream, brilliant stuff. And then this is the stuff I use to drink while I'm riding, 3 liters at a time. That stops cramp, gives you energy. It's an amazing product. So that's available on our website. Every day you're going to be changing air filters. Well, if the time trial is dusty, you'll change air filter after that. Most of the times you get away without having to do that. So on Friday afternoon, it's helpful to have a spare cage and the air filter oiled and greased in a bag, in a bucket with closed, okay? Then obviously surgical gloves, these blue ones, fit on lacquer, and we use that for changing the air filter. Bike stand, pop up your bike so you can lube the chain, change tires if you need to. Yeah, what else? Okay, fuel container. You're going to need to, I would say, like I said before, have half a tank for time trial, and then you fill up in the morning on Friday morning and you fill up in the morning on Saturday morning. Luckily, they supply the fuel. So yeah, you need take 20 liters just in case. Good sound, guys. You have to have a good sound box to make a lot of noise so you can all be happy. This is the Street Machine from the guys at A to Z Car Sound. Rudy Varela makes that beast. So yeah, I think that's about it. If it rains, which I doubt it, we take gumboots, gazebo, obviously, a mat to put your bike on while you're under the gazebo, warm jackets, rain kit. I've always got a raincoat in my car, Johnson's Workwear raincoat. But yeah, I think that's most of it from my side. I know there'll definitely be more. But yeah, that's the basics from my side. Hope this was informative, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks, ciao.